Hey guys, what's up? It is Vito324 coming at you again today with another BeamNG Derby video. Today's video, I'm actually going to go through and explain some different things with the latest RDP update, which came out on, I do believe it was like April, well, I'll just check the Patreon, April 7th. So it's been a few weeks since, well, roughly about 20 days since the filming of this video is the 27th. Um, so it was a pretty significant update. Actually, probably one of the bigger updates. It changed uh, pretty much everything about RDP, in my opinion, but for the good. Um, so, for example, he added some transmissions. He added a turbo 400 1 speed and 3 speed. He also altered the race manual transmission from a 6 speed to a 3 speed, which helps a lot because people who run that transmission, like myself, we never put it in fourth, fifth, or sixth. So it's a regular 3 speed transmission now that you can actually adjust the gear ratios in each gear, which is pretty cool. Um, he also added four new engines, uh, sponsored engines, I should say. They are the Fushi Speed and Fab engines. He added some various stock engine options, such as like the Chevy 350. Well, I'll go over them here in just a little bit. You can now change the intake, cam heads, oil pan, and some different air cleaner options. I'll go over those in just a minute. He also balanced most engine blocks so they're equal. Well, they're more equal than what they were before. Updated presets, the AI, his AI classes, the Zoff's custom classes mod. I think he's updated four classes as of now, but he is working on the rest. So if you have that mod, definitely stay tuned for that. He also adjusted the Crown Vic frames at the root trailing arm mounts, which is, I will actually show you on this Crown Vic. He adjusted that part of the frame right here, right there. So there's that. So, what I was talking about a little bit ago, the new options for the engines and stuff like that. He added several engines, new engines. He added the 305. He also added two new small block Chrysler engines, the 318 LA series and the 318 Magnum. For those of you who don't know, the LA series is like a 70s to about late 80s style block. The Magnum, which I do believe came out in 1992, which is the engine that you see in most of the Dodge vehicles from 92 to 2002. They are strong running engines. I've actually run one in real life in one of my full size derby cars, and I loved it. I barely did anything to it besides put a carbureted intake in the HEI distributor. But still have the 360, 383, 440, the Fab Farm 5.3. He did add the 302 Ford and the Ford 4.6, which is actually a very popular engine now in the gut and go, like full size gut and goes, street stocks, that kind of thing. And to be very honest with you, the 4.6 can hold up to a built engine in a stock class. You've seen it several times. Actually, great example of this was at the Smith Metalworks Expo, the youth full size. The young kid who actually, I believe he won, ran a 4.6 with parts from Simple Solution in Kentucky. They make wiring harnesses, computers, all kinds of parts for the Ford 4.6 and these Crown Vics. So Yeah, the 4.6 definitely good engine. That's what I have in this car right here that you see on your screen. But anyway, the new Fushi Fab engines are the 383 stroker, which personally is my favorite out of the four. You also have the County Fair 355, the HP 355, and the Willys HP 355. The difference between the Willys HP 355 and the HP 355 is the carburetor on the Willys is actually manufactured by Willys, and the HP 355 is a signature build, like all four of the engines are. But yeah, my personal favorite out of those four is a 383 stroker. It's got a ton of power. It runs forever, but that's all just personal preference. We still have the Coke Performance engines, the LSX and the 358. The sound test, the idle. You guys may have seen that he added a engine Easter egg. Well, the sound test idle is the Easter egg. So we're actually going to get into it here. So you can actually change the heads, the cam, the oil pan, the intake. You got You have options from airflow heads, rampage heads, stock heads, champion cam, eliminator cam, rogue cam, stock cam. The intake, you got crusher, impact, or stock. And then the oil pan, you got mini, stock, or ultra. And you guys might ask, well, you know what? Which one's better? Well, I got this guide for you, which you can actually find in the RDP Discord. So those are the specs of all of the parts. So you got all the different blocks, all the cams, the heads, intake, oil pan, and the fan. As of recording this video, the Ranger fan currently is not working in most vehicles, but there is a hot fix coming. It could be coming within the next day or two, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it is being worked on. I do know that. So, yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. So, each block is better than the other. Outlaw has more power, also has more friction, max RPM, and it has the most oil volume out of all of the blocks. The Instigator has more power, more durability, more inertia, and max RPM. The Sandbagger has the least amount of power, but the most amount of cooling, durability, friction, and fuel efficiency. So if that's your thing, then obviously the Sandbagger engine is for you. I personally run the Sandbagger engine in most of my cars. The heavy duty block, which actually I wouldn't think that a lot of people run this, but a lot of people actually run the heavy duty block. It's got most durability and max RPM. The cam, um, the least amount of durability is the Rogue. All three have less fuel efficiency. The Rogue cam has more friction and inertia, but the most power you're going to get is from the Eliminator and the Champion. Champion also has more durability, the most durability and friction out of the three that you can pick that are a different build other than stock. The heads, you got Rampage, and I believe, what is it? Airflow. They're not marked on the chart there, but Airflow has the most cooling durability, and I believe it's oil volume. Yep, oil volume. Rampage has most power, but less cooling and less oil volume. The intakes, the stock, of course, no specs, but both have half power in them. Excuse me. Fuel efficiency. The most fuel efficiency that you're going to get is from the impact, and it has the least amount of oil volume, but the crusher cam or the crusher intake, excuse me, has the least amount of fuel efficiency but the most oil volume. Oil pans, you have the most durability out of the mini, but the least amount of oil volume. The ultra, you have least durability and more oil volume. And the fans, like I said, the Ranger fan right now is broken in most vehicles, so that will have to be fixed. So yeah, if you guys have any questions pertaining about that, definitely you can ask me on Facebook, Discord, that kind of thing. You are more than welcome. But as for right now, I'm actually going to run a full frame Imperial. If I can get it to work here. There we go. All right. So yeah, we're gonna run a full frame Imperial with a new engine. And speaking of my Discord, um, there are links in the description. My Twitch is there. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I do have a Discord, like I said. Feel free to join. I do host shows. Most of them are free shows. Every Monday, they are called Maniac Monday. So if you are familiar with using Parsec to run fun runs or money shows, that kind of thing, you are more than welcome to enter the Maniac Monday shows. All right, we're gonna see how this Imperial holds up. Plug my controller in. All right. So first things first, I do have to say this skin is probably one of my favorite skins that I've ever gotten. But the creator, the maker of the skin, wanted to remain anonymous. So shout out to them. You know who you are. This is hands down one of my favorite skins that I've ever had made. So once again, I greatly, greatly appreciate the hard work. This is all done by freehand. I think it's badass. But all right, let's see how this thing holds up with the new engine. Well, seems the back end is now on the ground. A little bit of bending will help it. Oh yeah, she's starting to fold now. It's crazy you can get these Imperials to wedge like that. So some of you might be wondering how I'm doing that. I'm actually hitting Shift C, going into free cam, and then hit F7. no idea how I just broke my front suspension. But, alright. I apologize about my annoying ass dogs. But, yeah. So, um, that was a brief explanation on the new engines, parts, that kind of thing, what you can do with the new engines. So if that helped you out any, and you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, click that thumbs up button if you like the video. Until next time, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I greatly appreciate all of your support. I have had several comments in old videos if I ever thought about selling merch or that kind of thing. I've actually got a merch store link in the description. I've got shirts, hoodies, hats, stickers, just all kinds of stuff. So if you want to support me that way, that would be greatly appreciated as well. But once again, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. I'll see you guys next time.